So there's many different types of anger, and to illustrate this, just have some fun. There's this type of anger. By the way, so in illustration, you'll see it throughout the sermon today. This helium tank is what? You can read, and I think I spelled it correctly, okay? So what is this helium tank? Okay, all right. The balloon is your life, okay? So, and throughout the illustration, the balloon is your life. And so this is it. So when we get angry at something, there are people like me that just get really, really angry. I mean, all of a sudden, there's no pause, there's no waiting, there's nothing. I mean, all of a sudden, if somebody ticks me off, I'm just getting really, really, really angry. And sooner or later, before I know it or not, it's going to erupt and it's going to make a big pop, okay? How many of you guys are like that? You just fill up with anger and then you're like, okay, all right. So, welcome to Catalyst Church. You guys are a bunch of mad people. Okay, so exactly, all right. If you're deaf because of that, think of all the people that heard your anger. Okay, and then you've got people like this, all right? Over, slow, but sure. They get angry, but notice they're not letting it out. Slowly but surely, the anger just seeps into them, and they're holding it in. They're just holding it in, and they're holding it. Maybe, how many of you guys hold in your anger? You're just holding your anger. You don't erupt like me. I'm one of these. You fill me up with anger, I will blow up, and 30 seconds later on, oh, that feels better. But everybody else feels like, get that out of my ear. So this is what happens. You got people like you and me, and then all of a sudden, something happens. And then there's a release, and then all of a sudden, you spew on everybody else, and you just let it go. And if the dog walks across the road, you just kick it across. You're like, the puppy didn't do anything. And it's like, but I held it in for too long. How many guys, again, are like that? All right. And then you've got people that, let's just do this green. Okay. Then you've got people that are the following. And these are the worst. These are the worst. These are the people that hide their anger inside of them, and then all of a sudden they fill themselves up with anger. And then what happens? They release it on themselves. These are the people that are the axe murderers and the people that they're holding in all this stuff, but they've never let it out, and they let it out by killing somebody. Okay. I'm not going to ask if that is you. But seriously, there's many different types of anger. And by the way, if you're the third person, hopefully today you'll be able to cope with your anger so that nothing bad happens. Listen, we all get angry. No matter what type of anger it is, if it's not godly anger, you will produce ungodly characteristics. When you get angry, no matter what type, we can and are growing ungodly characteristics. And would you agree that that is not what Christ followers should do? Because when we grow these ungodly characteristics and anger, no matter if you blow up, hold it inside yourself, or you spew it everywhere, ladies and gentlemen, you're affecting other people. We are called to live godly, righteous lives.